Here in this video we are going to rank the most evil Ghidorah incarnations ever. We are going to take a few things into consideration regarding the ranking, and that is the origins of the specific incarnation, the reason for the destructions and deaths it has caused, and also if it was acting on its own free accords or just controlled by aliens, and maybe its natural tendency as a creature to act on its own instincts. So maybe you have your own list, so do put it down in the comments section after you watch this one. Anyway, subscribe if you haven't, and now let's get down to business. Starting from the bottom, we have King Ghidorah from GMK, and he is the least evil of all the ones in this list. In fact, he is unique in a way as he is the good guy, a guardian monster of Japan. King Ghidorah was one of the 3 guardian monsters, and in ancient times he was known as Yamata no Orochi. Now we come to Ghidorah from the Heisei period. This version of Ghidorah is by far the least evil other than the benevolent guardian monster from GMK, initially being 3 adorable genetically engineered creatures called Dorats that were like little puppies. They became Ghidorah after being exposed to the radiation of the nuclear testing in the Pacific. I would say that this version is morally ambiguous and in fact was just a pawn used by the Futurians to destroy Japan, but was defeated by Godzilla. It was then later transformed into Mecha King Ghidorah and was sent from the future into the past in order to help humanity fight against Godzilla. So yeah, the Heisei Ghidorah wasn't evil at all, more or less just a hapless pawn. Next we have Monster X / Heisei Ghidorah. Let's see about this incarnation. Well, Monster X was summoned by the Zillion aliens from the Gorath asteroid, which has unknown origins, and unlike most of the Zillion's other mind-controlled monsters, Monster X displays true malice, fighting viciously and relentlessly. He seems to take pleasure in causing Godzilla pain. Monster X's maliciousness and aggressiveness is further demonstrated when he continues to battle even after Gigan and the Zillions are defeated and any other mind control the Zillions had over him is severed, but he was still brought to Earth involuntarily, and that is why he isn't the most evil incarnate. Next we have Dez Ghidorah, yet another space monster. Dez Ghidorah is an ancient alien creature and a relative of King Ghidorah that gains power from destroying and feeding off the life energies of the planets it attacks. It arrived in the solar system approximately 65 million years ago and cleansed Mars of life, before moving on to Earth, but was beaten back by Mothra, but after destroying the civilization of the ancient Elias people. His subsequent awakening in modern times caused a lot of destruction and even caused the death of Mothra, but then he was defeated by the offspring of Mothra called Mothra Leo. Given his nature and greed for life force, he wasn't really evil but just a creature that needs to always feed, so let's put him in the middle of the list. Next, Void Ghidorah, a monstrous entity that takes the form of a 3-headed dragon, a golden one, and inhabits the void between dimensions. Ghidorah has always used supergravity to consume countless worlds throughout the ages. 100,000 years ago, Ghidorah destroyed the planet Exocalypse, the homeworld of the Exo aliens, but just as Dez Ghidorah, this incarnate was also indifferent, maybe more specifically a malevolent force of nature, going on to consume worlds as it was his nature to do so. We couldn't term a lion evil for eating a gazelle, so the same would be for Dez Ghidorah and Void Ghidorah. They are just going on about instinctually destroying stuff. Next, Showa Ghidorah. From his origins as a malevolent space monster, King Ghidorah had once attacked the planet Venus under his own power thousands of years ago, eradicating the planet's entire civilization in only 3 days. In 1964, King Ghidorah arrived on Earth inside a meteorite, eventually emerging from it and attacking the planet's cities, even leveling them to the ground, but was defeated by Mothra, Godzilla and Rodan and sent back into space. In the next encounter, this Ghidorah would be under the mind control of the Zillions and later the Kylax, as well as the M Space Hunter Nebula aliens, so even though his initial appearance shows him as being quite evil, his later 2 makes him just a pawn in the schematics of alien species. Now we come to the Monsterverse incarnation. This Ghidorah's non-terrestrial biology shows that he was an extraterrestrial life form who acts as an invasive species to Earth's biosphere. It is unknown, however, where Ghidorah exactly came from. Following its rampage across Earth and its defeat by Godzilla in 2019, its consciousness would live on and its influence would then override Apex Cybernetics' ultimate destroyer Mecha Godzilla during the events of Godzilla vs. Kong. And in each movie, in each time he appears, It was seen that this monster loves causing death and destruction and even killing humans, which can't really hurt him. And this puts him high on the list of being very malicious and one of the most evil incarnations of Ghidorah. And the number 1 spot goes to Grand King Ghidorah. Coming from the rebirth of Mothra, well, the origins to this monster is a bit tricky, a bit different. Grand King Ghidorah's younger form, Cretaceous King Ghidorah, first arrived and attacked Earth 130 million years ago, and then went on to quickly cause the KT extinction event. Well, he exterminated the dinosaurs and almost every other life form on the planet. He then encased himself within a meteor and left the Earth, and using the life essence of the creatures he had destroyed to live as he traveled through space. 130 million years later, Cretaceous King Ghidorah arose again as Grand King Ghidorah and came to Japan to feed on humans, mainly children, but he soon started to eat adults as well. And while doing this, it shows that he was sadistic and likes to cause death. Well, this puts him on the top of the list of the most evil incarnate of Ghidorah. And so with that, we come to the end of the video of the most evil versions of King Ghidorah. Do tell us what you think and put down your own thoughts in the comments section below. Anyway, this is it. Till the next time, take care fam.